implementing quiet time for myself every day has been an absolute game changer. I write 3 things that I'm grateful for. I also ask myself the question, what would make today great? So that I am putting intention behind my day. How do you feel your best in midlife? One of them's a little spicy, having an orgasm every day. Hey mama, welcome back. Welcome back to the Wellness Revolution podcast. I'm your host, Amber Shaw. Thank you for being here with me today. And today I am so excited to dive into something that I get asked about all the time. And that is, how do you feel your best in midlife? One of the things that I share often is that, man, at 45 years old, I am the most comfortable in my skin, in my body, in my mind, just really feeling good, so full of energy than I've been really in such a long time. And I know that this stage of life, right, it can bring a lot of changes, right? Just just circumstantially, just what's going on with our body hormonally. But what I really want you to know is that, feeling strong and confident and energized every day is absolutely possible when you're in midlife. And so in this episode, I'm going to be sharing 5 daily habits that have really transformed the way that I feel in my own body and in my mind. These are simple, sustainable routines that keep me grounded. They keep me feeling vibrant and really ready to take on whatever throws my way. Honestly, like as a entrepreneur, me being able to show up in my A game every day is so important for my success, just for my mental health, all of it. And so, whether or not you're looking to really boost your energy, really, or improve your mindset, or really just feel freaking awesome in this next chapter of your life, then this episode is for you, girl. So let's jump right in. So the first habit that I want to share with you is quiet time. Now, I can tell you right now, like implementing quiet time for myself every day has been an absolute game changer for a number of reasons. I think as women, every single day, we are constantly pouring into others. We are constantly listening to what others, we're constantly doing for others. We're constantly focusing on others. We're constantly multitasking. We're constantly just taking in messages from other people. We are constantly just focusing on other people. And oftentimes we are not focusing on ourselves. This is how we can lose our inner voice. This is how we can lose connection with our intuition. Right. And so just for me, like getting back to being able to really sit and have some quiet time with myself where I can just shut out the noise from the outside world and really get clear on how I'm feeling, right? What's going on with me that day? How do I want to set up my day for success? Right? Like this has been a game changer, not only just how I feel throughout the day, but also just how I go about my day. God, in this morning, and I love to do it in the morning. I make it and I fiercely protect this morning time. I get up in the morning and yes, was it hard at first? Yes, of course it was, right? But anything worthwhile is hard. It's not impossible. It's just, it can be a challenge until you learn to make it a habit, right? But now how I got to this point was I started getting up just like 15 minutes earlier. And then I started to see the power and just the payoff of creating that space for myself in the morning, that then I moved it up to 30 minutes. And now I get up an hour before everybody else does so that I can make my coffee, so that I can sit and I can get quiet with myself. I can have a little meditation time. I journal a little bit. I write 3 things that I'm grateful for. I also ask myself the question, what would make today great? So that I am putting intention behind my day. And so, like I said, not only has this small habit really just totally changed the game for the way that I feel throughout my day, but it's also just the way that I show up. And so it's so important. I want to encourage you to Get the journal, the 5-minute journal by Intelligent Change. I can share the link for that. I think you get a little discount when you use my link. This is the journal that's changed the game for me. I freaking love this journal so much. It's so easy to follow, but it is a part of my morning routine. So I highly recommend starting. If you take any of the habits that I'm sharing with you today and you just decide to incorporate one, girl, this is the one. This is the one that I want you to incorporate, right? All right. So and I just do it now. I do it for about, I get up an hour. And so I will say that I usually focus on about like 40 minutes because by the time I get up, I get my coffee, do all the things. It's about 40 minutes. But if that feels like too much for you right now, it's okay. Start with 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes where it's quiet and you're by yourself and you can close your eyes and simply ask yourself the question, how am I today? How am I today? And just allow yourself to just be present with whatever comes up. That's where I want you to start. The second one that I want to share with you is move your body. This is my second habit, is move my body every day. Now, I am a big believer. In fact, when I coach women, when I was coaching women in the sustainable fat loss space, I'm a big believer in moving your body every day. This idea of 10,000 steps, that's really something I think that that just got a little bit out of hand. The research shows that you don't have to do 10,000 steps. Really, where the research shows is it's really around 7,500 steps a day is really where the benefits are. But I got to tell you, there's benefits for even 2,500, 5,000, 7,500, right? So it depends on really where you're at. If you are somebody that's pretty sedentary and you're not getting a lot of movement, start small. But I definitely recommend getting movement every single day. Getting some steps in every single day. Now, of course, exercise and strength training, I'm a big believer in that as well. Usually recommend about 4 days a week of strength training, but moving your body every day is key. Number one, God, it's such a beautiful way to just, and if you can get outside, that's amazing. I know it's getting cold. It's going to start getting colder and that's harder, but God, it's a great way to just get out and clear your mind. Right? That is a credible way, but it's also just a great way to move your body. As we age over the age of 40, we don't need as much high intensity exercise as we did when we were younger. Actually, hormonally, it could even prevent you from losing fat because we really need to start working in more restorative exercise. And so moving your body, even just walking, is a great way to do that. The third habit, and I realize that this is not as accessible to everybody, but you don't have to have the big fancy cold plunge like I do, that I got from my friends over at Plunge, which is, I freaking love it. You can even if you they actually, let me go back. I had actually the Ryan, I had him on the show actually a month or so ago, and they've now incorporated more affordable versions of the cold plunge. So, because the one I have is like the big daddy, like acrylic, like bathtub looking thing, but they definitely have more affordable cold plunges available. And so I am if you missed that episode, go back and listen to that episode, because we talk all about the benefits of cold plunging for women in midlife. And I got to tell you, it is I freaking love it so much. It is so much a part of my routine because not only does it help your body metabolically, but God, what it does to your body just hormonally, what it does also for me, that clarity, that energy. I mean, I look forward to it every single day. And so if you're not at a place where you can afford to buy a cold plunge, even if you take a cold shower, even though it's not quite the same thing, I will tell you. And in fact, in this episode with Ryan, he breaks down scientifically why it's not the same thing. But I can tell you, even taking a hot shower and then just switching it to cold. I know Tony Robbins, God, what is the saying that he says? Oh, now it's leaving me. It's something like I won't. He says something like, I won't let this define me. I can't remember what he says, but he says some sort of powerful mantra when he switches it to cold and lets the cold water run on him. I've got to tell you, if you've never done that, it's exhilarating. It takes your energy from a 0 to a 10 real quick. So I am a huge believer in doing some sort of cold therapy. It is a huge, huge game changer for your energy and your clarity and your focus. And I love it. So that is one for me. So even if you just switch your shower to cold for the last 30 seconds, a minute of your shower, just see how you feel. See how you feel. All right. I got 2 more habits I want to share with you. The next one, this is what helps me to really stay on point with my nutrition. Because I got to tell you, like when we talk about, what are the kind of the game changers or the habits that really help you to feel your best, it does go back to lifestyle, right? Very simple things like moving your body, prioritizing sleep, getting nutrition, all of that. I mean, that is the foundational things that helps you to feel vibrant, to helps you to feel, really good in your body. And so one of those things is definitely you can't get around focusing on your nutrition. So one of the habits that I do every day is I spend 5 minutes the night before my day looking at what I have going on the next day so that I can mentally map out when I'm actually going to eat. I know that that sounds ridiculous, but how many times, especially for my busy women, my busy working women out there, how many times have you looked at your day? Or like you got to the end of your day and you're like, oh my God, I literally had like one meal because I got tied up with, meetings. I got tied up with this, I got tied up with that. And I did not eat the entire day. Like when I was coaching women through sustainable fat loss, that is one of the biggest like habits that we would implement right away is just getting into the habit of looking at your day, the day before and mentally mapping out. So for me, what that looks like is, oh, okay, I can see that I've got podcast episodes back to back to back to back. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to prep a smoothie and have that with me so I can be drinking it so that I'm not starving and missing meals all throughout the day. Or, oh, I see that I've got to pick my son up from, practice at this time. And then I got to go right over and pick up my daughter. There's my favorite restaurant right there that sells healthy salads. I am going to order that to go and pick that up along the way. I'm just doing a visual map of what it looks like to get my food in. And I got to tell you, I know it sounds simple and it sounds basic, but I want you to try it. And then you're going to report back to me and be like, oh my God, that was a game changer. That simple move, that simple thing of just doing that 5 minutes of pre-planning the day before, it is the biggest game changer when it comes to getting your food in. All right. So the last one that I want to share, and then I'm actually just going to give you 2 quick bonus ones. Okay. Because I couldn't share my 5 habits of what makes me feel good without sharing these other 2 bonus ones. And one of them is a little spicy, but hang on, I'll get to that in a second. So my last habit that I do is I damn well prioritize sleep. I mean, I am in bed by 9 o'clock. I am lights out before 9:30. I fiercely protect my sleep. Absolutely. Because that is what, number one, I definitely need sleep just to be able to function throughout the day. But number 2, that is what is going to set me up for success the next day. If I don't get enough sleep, I'm certainly not getting up and doing quiet time. I'm certainly not probably going to move my body. I'm probably also going to feel a little bit all over the place when it comes to my nutrition because I'm going to be tired, right? My cravings are going to be up because I'm going to be tired. And so really understanding that sleep is where it starts. And so honestly, prioritizing your sleep. So I know I said in the beginning that if you're going to take any of the habits I talk about and incorporate any of them, it would be quiet time. But girl, I think I got to change that. We got to back it up. It's really prioritizing sleep. That is where it starts. And really getting intentional with your bedtimes, your going to sleep routine, and then your wake up routine. And I got to tell you, I really try and stay consistent with that even throughout the weekends. Now, listen, I don't go to bed on the weekends, every night, 9 o'clock. That I would be so boring. However, if it were up to me, I probably would. I love sleep. God, I love sleep. I get between 8 and 9 hours a night. And I love it and I fiercely protect that. So that is one that I want you to take away. Okay, so there's 2 more that I want to share. The first one is going ahead and having an orgasm every day. I highly recommend getting to know yourself and being open to enjoying yourself each and every damn day. You will learn to look forward to it. You will learn to love it. You will get to know yourself more. You will get to know what you like, what you don't like, all the things, but I'm talking every day, ladies, okay? Every day. Now, the second one that I want to share, I was just looking for those of you watching this on YouTube and you can see me looking. It's because my kids are home from school today. And I was like, did I say that quiet enough? Okay, the last one that I want to say, this other habit. Now, this is a relatively new habit to me, but I can tell you it's been a game changer for me. I've gone alcohol free in the last 4 or 5 months, and it's been a game changer for me. When you talk about looking and like feeling your best, there ain't nothing like it. There ain't nothing like it. It's crazy town. I'm like, why did I wait so long to give this up? And I know why, right? Because, listen, alcohol, my relationship with alcohol runs deep. I mean, I started drinking as a teenager, right? But I got to tell you, it has been a game changer for how I feel about myself. So those are my two little bonus ones, but I hope that this is helpful for you guys. Again, I would love for you, and I really want to invite you to just even take one of them and just incorporate one of them. And let me know how it does for you. Let me know how you feel. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you later.